Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chef Guru from guruscooking.com with Arbi, Dahi, Wali. We've taken 2 tomatoes, 1 onion, and 250 grams of Arbi. That was quick. So we've got long juliennes of Arbi and finely chopped onions and tomatoes. I have taken a kadai to which I'm adding 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We are right now cooking at a medium to high flame. When the oil is hot enough, we'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of ajwain or carom seeds. Ajwain is pretty good for digestion. I usually use ajwain in most of my potato or arbi recipes. We'll follow this with 1 diced onions that have been finely chopped. So safety first, always drop your onions to the side and then move them with your spatula or ladle to the center. This way you do not allow the oil to splatter on your hands, on your palms. We'll now cook these onions for around 3 minutes. If you want to save time and cook them quicker, just like I want to do, then we have a tip: add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. The salt accelerates the process of the onions cooking, and instead of 3 minutes, they would simply cook in a lesser time, like just 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, we'll be adding 50 grams of ginger garlic paste. We do not wish to turn the onions brown. As you can see, they're just translucent right now. So while they cook with the ginger garlic paste, they would automatically turn brown in the meanwhile. So keep sauteing this. We are still cooking at a medium to high flame. Add 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala and saute this for another minute. Once the oil oozes out, we'll be adding 2 diced tomatoes. And we'll now reduce the flame to low. Never cook tomatoes at a high flame, so just turn down the flame to low and saute them. We'll add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, or haldi as it is called, followed by 1/2 teaspoon of red chilli powder, and finally 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. And we'll give all these mixtures a nice mix. Make sure you're cooking at a low flame. You do not want your masalas to burn, you don't want your spices to burn, so please cook at a low flame. We'll cover this and we'll let this settle down for around 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And in between you can even check if they have been cooked. So I'm checking almost after 15 minutes, and you can see the oil is oozing out of these tomatoes, which means they have been properly cooked. Let's now go ahead and add 250 grams of diced arbi. This arbi that has been diced has to be washed properly to eradicate all the mud that is available on the arbi when you buy it. And arbis are usually very itchy, so it is difficult to dice them usually. So a little tip for you here, what you can do is you can apply a little oil on your palms before you try to peel off the skin from the arbis, and then you can dice them pretty easily. Yeah, that's good. So after cooking them for a couple of minutes, we'll add 1 cup of water. We are still cooking at a low flame, and we'll cover this arbi now with a lid and let it cook for around 15 to 20 minutes. So after 15 minutes, now I'm checking the consistency. As you can see, the gravy has thickened up pretty much, and the arbi is still not cooked. So we still have to cook this for a long time at least. But before that, we'll be adding the most important ingredient here, half a cup of beaten curd. By beaten curd, I mean to say the curd has been whisked properly. Do not add too much of curd because you've already added tomatoes, and it will become very sour if you add a lot of curd. So just half a cup of curd there. So we'll give this whole mixture a nice mix. Most of the sour things, they cook pretty slow. So to garnish this, we would add coriander leaves. And in case you might be wondering, we haven't added salt yet. We just added salt in the beginning, if you remember, half a spoon when we were cooking the onions. Yeah, so it's time for us to add some salt now. I should have actually added 1 teaspoon of salt before adding the coriander leaves, but I forgot. So I just added it right now. So better late than never. Mix it up well. So like I was talking about the curd. Curd is sour, and to cook it, it takes a lot of time. And in fact, you should never cook any of the milk products at a high flame. We'll be cooking this at a low flame only. So we'll cover this with a lid and cook this for 15 to 20 minutes. After that, you'll have some nice hot arbi to be served with chapatis, something like this, which looks authentic and realistic. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.